You wake up, go to work, come home, and feel a heavy emptiness in your chest. You wonder if this is really all there is to life, and you tell yourself that you are just lost right now. You look around and it seems like everyone else has things figured out. They move forward with a sense of certainty, while you are just drifting, waiting for a spark of inspiration to show you the way. But there is a reason for this feeling that your brain usually tries to hide. You aren't drifting because of bad luck. You are frozen because you are waiting for a flawless 10-year map to appear before you take your first step. Highly successful people do not actually have perfect maps. Their routines are often quite simple. They just repeat the same basic, uncomfortable actions every single day, regardless of how they happen to be feeling at the time. When you wait for everything to be perfectly clear before starting, you end up standing still. You are essentially waiting for perfect weather that may never actually arrive. It is easy to blame your environment, the lack of opportunities, or the state of the world for why you feel directionless. As long as you say your situation is out of your control, you will never actually take control. To find your direction, you have to adopt a mindset of extreme ownership. Think of your life as a company where you are the CEO. If the company is wandering without a vision, the responsibility falls on the person in charge. There is a military leadership principle that says there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. If your habits are a mess and your time is being wasted, it is a clear sign you need to step up and lead your own life more effectively. While that sounds like a heavy burden, it is the most empowering realization you can have. The moment you accept that your lack of direction is your own responsibility, you gain the power to change it. Taking total accountability is what allows you to stop being a bystander. It is the shift that turns you from someone watching life happen into the person making it happen. Once you take control, we have to look at how you spend your energy. Most people feel lost not because they have zero options, but because they are scattering their energy across too many disconnected goals all at once. This diagram shows a concept from Stanford cognitive scientist Professor John Miller. The human brain can only actively process about 3 to 4 meaningful items at the same time. When you try to start a business, learn a language, and get fit all at once, you add a 5th task. Your brain overloads and goes into the exact state of confusion you are feeling right now. To clear this mental fog, you need to practice essentialism. This means intentionally removing the extra noise and background tasks so your brain can stop shutting down from overwhelm. You need to pick the one thing. Choose just one challenging goal for the next 30 days and pour your laser-focused energy into that single direction. Meaningful progress doesn't come from doing a dozen things halfway. It comes from doing fewer things with absolute uninterrupted focus. Even when you know what to do, starting is hard because your biology works against you. Your brain naturally avoids discomfort, and the moment you sit down to work, it will beg you for a quick hit of dopamine from your phone instead. To move past this initial resistance, you can use a physical sequence to trigger a shift in your state. Before you sit down for mental work, go through a 15 to 20-minute physical warm-up. Moving your body creates a glowing flow of energy that travels straight to your brain. This cross-section shows exactly what is happening biologically. That physical movement causes energy to start shifting from the emotional centers in the back of your brain and moves it forward to light up the prefrontal cortex. Activating the prefrontal cortex physically forces your brain out of a sluggish emotional state. It shifts you into a logical, action-oriented mode where it becomes much easier to actually get to work. You cannot simply think your way out of feeling unmotivated. You have to use your body to physically move your brain into a state where it is ready to perform. This photograph shows Dr. Maxwell Maltz. In the 1950s, his work with patients led to the discovery of neuroplasticity, which is the scientific basis for how we can actually change the way our brains function. In simple terms, your brain is moldable. As this diagram shows, it takes about 21 to 30 days of consistent effort to physically build new neural pathways. After that time, the new habit or identity locks into a solid connection. During this 30-day period, your mind will actively try to convince you to quit. You will feel bored, frustrated, and your mood will likely swing back toward your old habits. You have to choose to follow your plan regardless of how you feel. A new life isn't built on a single moment of inspiration. It is built through the steady execution of your goals, even on the days you don't feel like it. That friction and frustration you feel is not a sign to stop. It is the physical sensation of your brain doing the difficult work of reorganizing itself and building the foundations for the life you have chosen to design.